Who are they, the foreign investors? How easy is to do business in Kazakhstan? What investment projects are being implemented? What areas of Kazakhstan's economy are attractive for investment? Watch business opportunities on Kazakh TV and meet successful foreign investors working in Kazakhstan.
One of the leading financial services corporations, Citigroup, has hundreds of millions of customers around the world. The office of the international corporation in Kazakhstan was opened in 1994. Citibank has become the main financial institution for the majority of foreign investors operating in the country and for many large industrial enterprises of the Republic. The bank focuses on serving corporate customers. At the moment, there are hundreds of them. Andrei Krylin heads the bank in Kazakhstan for more than 3 years. Like most of his colleagues, he maintains a healthy lifestyle. Good morning, I am Andrei Krylin, Citigroup CEO in Kazakhstan. For me, every morning starts with the gym, always when I'm here. When I'm not flying and when I'm not eating breakfast, for me it is a way to start the day with energy, with a smile. Best breakfast. So I hope we will spend the day with you in the same mood. Bye. Well, I got to run. Have a nice day. See ya. A visit to the client. I'm switching to English since it is the language of international communication and our working language.
This is my 4th year in Almaty. Almaty, whatever way you like it. And I just love it. I love the place, I love the work, I love the business that we have here, I love the people, I love the team. The whole experience considerably exceeded my expectation. We have a great client portfolio. You'll see that during the day. The best names worldwide. There are many of them who are present in this country. The country is an open place, so you will see many, many familiar brands. Hi, how are you?
Morning.
I like this car. This is Fabian. Fabian is the finance director of Metro in Kazakhstan. And Shahadat, come over here. So this is Shahadat. This is my colleague, Shahadat. She helps me work with Metro. And she's our veteran. She's been with us for now 15 years, almost. Metro is one of our clients. We provide services to them.
As you know, we are working with Citibank on a global level. So Metro and Citibank are partners for quite some years. In Kazakhstan, obviously, we appreciate that you are here as well.
As a true city dweller and citizen of the world, he can always find a special place in any country where he works. A place where he can catch your breath, drink a good coffee, and enjoy the scenery. Before Kazakhstan, Krylin worked in Moscow and in the head office in New York. Hello. Can I get a large Americano?
This is probably my favorite piece of Almaty, this very urban district. There is a city feel here. The street, Al-Farabi, this new buildings, metal, glass, skyscrapers, and then you've got the mountains in the background. This is really great, very, very special and very, very city-like. I'm a city boy, a city person. I was born and spent the first 20 years of my life in Moscow, would rarely live in it. So, of course, I feel at home wherever there is a very urbanistic site. I've been with City now 20 years, 20 and a half. I joined in Moscow, and I remember I said that I'd like to get the experience of working in different countries. And in City, generally, if you want something, you contribute a lot towards achieving your goal, you have a high chance of succeeding. So whatever I wanted to do, work in various capacities, in the front office, in the middle office, in the contributor's position, in the manager and senior manager position, all of that became a reality because Citibank does offer chances and opportunities to those that aspire, to those that are prepared to give, sacrifice, contribute for that. I relate to several countries now. I work in Kazakhstan. My family temporarily is in the United States. I also spent some time working in the United States. And of course, Russia is the country that I know best, and Moscow would always be my hometown. Although I should say Almaty is great. I really feel at home here, truly. Kazakhstan is very, very fortunate because Kazakhstanis are extremely hospitable. They're generally very tolerant. They're very considerate. I have a great team here. Generally, my colleagues are very ambitious, but they also pace their ambition. They're trying to learn. Many of them have excellent academic and professional background, world class. All right, I think it's time for us to move. We've got a lot of things to accomplish, so let's go. Спасибо.
Even if he has to rush to a business meeting, a banker always finds a few minutes to once again admire the amazing city with its own face. In particular, that part which is adjacent to the foothills.
So when you see the streets, occasionally traffic jams, skyscrapers, and then straight away mountains, this is a very rare combination. And I think people who live here, especially visitors, really appreciate that. It's beautiful. It's as I said, very unusual, and that makes Almaty what it is, a very beautiful city.
Welcome to the city office.
I just came and now we're sitting here meeting with our dear client that represents a different industry, an oil industry. That's the most important industry in Kazakhstan without any exaggeration. Gas is one of the largest companies in the country. And we're very proud that we've been working with them now for more than 10 years.
I'm the head of finance team in Gas. It's the #1 oil exploration and production company in Mangistau region. We've got 6,000 people working for us, and we're happy to work and cooperate with Citibank.
Большое спасибо и до новых встреч в Актау. Every day I'm signing a big volume of financial reports. And many of our people work hard to make sure that all the numbers match. There are no errors, and we're reporting things as they are. But that's a lot of signatures.
Working in the office is not only about rapid meetings with the clients and working with documents. First of all, it is about the contact with the staff, the daily discussion of the state of the market and tactical issues of interaction with corporate clients. According to the experts, this approach allowed the financial institution to become perhaps the most efficient company in Kazakhstan.
NFP numbers in the United States, they came out very strong, which is also a very positive sign for the global economy.
I'm not sure if people know that Citigroup, and of course Citibank, is by far the most global financial institution. We have staff in almost 100 countries. Fun facts, Citibank is really very, very big on innovation. We're trying to be first. We're trying to be the pioneer. An example, well, we became the first US bank to open a subsidiary outside America. In 1914, we opened an office in Argentina. Another example, in the second half of the 70s, and invested a pretty substantial amount of money in launching the ATM network. And of course, today we think that ATM is something very, very routine. But in the 70s, it was not clear that ATMs would have mass demand.
Today, there are more than 2,000 bank branches located on 5 continents. In Kazakhstan, the bank is represented by 6 offices. The largest one is in Almaty. Almost all of the 140 employees of the city are Kazakhstan's residents. According to them, the work of the bank gave them incredible opportunities for personal and career growth. There are more than 20 success stories when local residents continue to work in the bank's offices abroad. Over time, they will return to their homeland, and their skills will be useful to the country.
So this is what we call Treasury and Trade Solutions. They support all the products that have to do with the settlement and clearing. Hi everyone, a very important part of our team. They're setting the standard and helping us ensure that everything is in full compliance with the rules. Colleagues, welcome. So we have a little self-supported library. People bring their books, leave them here, and others take them, read, and then bring them back. Hi again. So this is our second floor, and this is our reception area. And if we move further there, we'll see the department that we call Operations and Technology, the one that's behind most of our services that are truly in demand with our clients. Settlement, clearing, working with documents, import and export. This is where we process most of the import and export contracts that our clients present us with. This is our client's experience. They're the face of the operations department. Any questions our clients have, they mostly wind up at these desks.
I have started working with Citi 2 years ago as non-staff employee in our Astana branch. Now I'm working as part of Citi service team as customer service analyst. It's really great opportunity to work with such professionals within our team.
So this is the best team in the market. What they do is very delicate, but very, very powerful and very important to us. They work with our FX flows. They work with our clients, most of them, that more often than not make us earn money.
And working in Citibank is an absolutely exciting adventure. It allowed me to travel the world, see the world. I visited different Citibank offices from Moscow to Istanbul to London and to New York. Every day I spend a lot of time with my colleagues laughing, overcoming challenges and working to make our country stronger financially and great. I got married during my work in Citibank, gave birth to 3 kids. So a biggest part of my life is spent here. And there was no single day in my life when I regretted about my decision to join Citibank.
This time passed so quickly, these 15 years in Citi, and to be a member of this big organization like Citibank, it's a real big opportunity and advantage for me. So during these years, I worked in different departments, and Citibank promotes the development of career of their employees. And I'm the greatest, I think, one of the examples of this development.
We're going to see one of our manufacturing clients. It's a very well-known local producer named Rahat. They've been around since almost the wartime. And a few years ago, they got acquired by a Korean group, Lotte. That is a client of Citi in Korea. So, of course, while we had a relationship with Rahat before the acquisition, we now consider this to be our sort of global network client.
Good day, Alexander. And again, chairman of the board of Citibank Kazakhstan on his way, he has another meeting with a major client. However, the basic communication of the first hand is still not direct contacts, but business communication through modern technologies. After all, the bank's customers are located almost in all regions of the country.
Half of my day is spent on calls and using smartphones to send emails. Unfortunately, you don't get a lot of training in terms of using the smartphones on the way quickly. You have to learn that on the job. Or how do you participate in calls, especially conference calls. So this is one of the skills you acquire while you work in Citi. I tap using one finger. 2. We're about to visit the office of Borusan Makina. Borusan Makina is a subsidiary of a Turkish group. We work with them in Turkey, in Kazakhstan, and they specialize in Kazakhstan on selling and servicing Caterpillar equipment. Hi, Bülent. How are you? Andre.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Thanks for your time. Beautiful office. Beautiful office. Very, very modern. So what's going to happen now is that I'll put this on, and you'll see me attempting to drive one of the excavators, as if I'm a real tough guy. So let's see what happens. All right, this is such a fun. All right, I wish I could do that when I was 10 years old. The only good thing about this is that I could let my son, who is 5, sit and try that. That was the promise from Borusan, so I think I'll take advantage of this invitation. It's really cool. Move it, move it. Watch it. The world-famous producer of dairy products, and yogurt specifically, has invested here. We're very happy that they work with us. So Danone is a great example of a Western brand in the consumer segment that has not only been sold here but also manufactured. And we hope very much that there would be more companies like that that would not only sell but invest. Hi, Joly. Oh, it's a big delegation. Hi. So we're here with the International Monetary Fund delegation, who is on their regular visit to Kazakhstan.
This is our annual consultation visit, so we come to review economic developments of the last year or so, the current situation, prospects for 2017 in the medium term.
In addition, Andrei Kurylin is a member of the board of directors of the American Chamber of Commerce in Kazakhstan, as well as the board of the Association of Foreign Investors Council. It also imposes certain obligations and requires participation in the meetings of those public organizations. Also, often the financier lectures to students of prestigious universities of Kazakhstan such as KIMAP, the Kazakhstan Institute of Management, Economics and Strategic Research. The goal of lectures and the educational program Junior Achievement, which is supported by the bank, is to improve financial literacy of Kazakh youth.
We work with the vast majority of foreign investors. We have a very solid relationship with the government and the government-owned companies. We're the bank of choice, the provider of choice for any deals in the global exchanges. We actively work with other investors in terms of promoting the idea of expanding foreign direct investment in Kazakhstan, supporting the country's diversification. We not only work with large oil, metal, mining companies, those that are the key pillars of the economy in this country, but we're also trying to work with the consumer goods companies, with the food manufacturers, and we think that as the consumer market develops, the country will become more diversified, it will become less dependent on oil price, and therefore stronger.
Mr. Kurylin comes to Astana quite often, since the local offices of many international customers of the bank are located in the Kazakh capital. For example, the office of General Electric. Like anywhere in the world, here in Kazakhstan, Citi provides banking services at the highest level. And being a reliable partner for many years, Citibank supports the development of General Electric business in the region. Thank you so much for your kind words. I wish you all the best and see you soon.
Astana is really amazing. Everyone I know here is really proud of the place. It's a brand new city, the newest city in what used to be known as the USSR. And of course, if you know how it looked 30 years ago, you're probably amazed even more. I had a friend who spent a month here in the 80s, and he was telling me that there was basically nothing, truly virgin lands. And so to see all that is unbelievable. All the skyscrapers, beautiful buildings, streets. I really like it here, and I don't mind the cold. We get a lot of visitors from London, from Moscow, from New York, from Europe. Our business here is very, very intense, and many times we need help from experts or seniors that work in other Citigroup's locations. Hi, nice to meet you guys. So we have 3 visitors today. All 3 of them are here for the first time, so that's their first few hours in Kazakhstan.
Citibank continues to work actively in the corporate market of Kazakhstan and gradually expands its customer base. Its work is a perfect illustration of a successful business of international financial corporation, which is a positive signal for foreign capital on the investment attractiveness of the country.
Through this program, I'd like to, on behalf of the whole of Citigroup, say thank you, Kazakhstan, for being such a welcoming host, and we wish that you become even stronger and more successful with years to come. Citigroup will do everything possible to make it happen.